A childhood spent in silence finally erupts. My brother Kevin moved out 2 months ago, and for the first time in my life, the house in Redwood Bay is actually quiet in a way that isn't suffocating. He's 20 now. He has misophonia, severe misophonia, the kind where everyday sounds feel like physical attacks. He was diagnosed at 7. I was 4, and from that moment on, my entire world rearranged itself around his triggers. The problem? Every trigger he had was tied to me. My laugh set him off. My footsteps set him off. My chewing, breathing, humming, existing set him off. I remember being 6, sitting in the back seat of my dad's car, watching cartoons on my tablet. Something funny happened and I laughed. Dad slammed on the brakes so hard my seatbelt bruised my shoulder. He screamed at me to shut up while Kevin curled into a ball in the front seat, hands over his ears, rocking. Dad pulled over on the shoulder and made me sit in silence for 20 minutes until Kevin calmed down. Nobody spoke to me the rest of the drive. Dinner time was its own ritualized humiliation. Mom and Dad ate with Kevin at 6 o'clock sharp. I stayed upstairs until he finished and went to his room. Only then would Mom call me down. I'd sit alone with a cold plate while they watched TV in the living room, laughing at whatever show they were on. It wasn't a rare occurrence. It was every single night, year after year. Family outings, just the 3 of them. They went to the zoo, the movies, the beach. I stayed with our neighbor, Mrs. Wall. She was nice, but she wasn't my mom. She wasn't my dad. Whenever I asked why I couldn't go, Mom would say, "It's too risky. One wrong sound and Kevin's day is ruined." Even at home, I had to be a ghost. I learned to walk on my toes so my footsteps wouldn't set him off. I learned not to laugh. I learned not to cry. At school, teachers asked if something was wrong because I never talked during lunch or recess. I didn't know how to be loud anymore. I lived in my room doing homework, reading, doing everything possible to not cause a sound that would trigger an explosion of anger. When I hung out with friends, I stayed at their houses as late as I could. Being home felt like navigating a bomb that could go off if I breathed wrong. Now Kevin lives with his girlfriend 2 hours away, and suddenly Mom and Dad want to parent again. Mom wants shopping trips. Dad wants TV nights. They mention family game night like it's something we've ever had. This morning, Mom knocked at 8 a.m. while I was studying for biology, already exhausted, already stressed. She asked if I wanted to see a movie with her. Something inside me snapped. I told her no. She asked why, and I told her the truth I've been holding for 16 years. I told her I didn't want to pretend we were close now just because Kevin was gone. I told her they neglected me, that they chose Kevin every single day, that they let me raise myself, that I spent my entire childhood shrinking and tiptoeing because the sound of me existing upset him. Mom's face reddened instantly. She yelled that I was being jealous, cruel, ungrateful, that they did their best, that Kevin needed more and I should understand. Dad rushed upstairs and echoed every word she said. They insisted they were trying now, and I was being unfair by not letting them. I grabbed my backpack and left for my friend Zoe's house, studied there all day, ate there, existed there. When I came home at 9, the house was dark. Their bedroom door was shut. No one said a word to me. All those years I stayed quiet to keep the peace. Now I finally spoke, and it turns out they liked me better silent.